Good morning, family. We got some good news, and we got some good news. First of all, as you can see the titles of both videos down the bottom, one says Baltimore officers found guilty in police corruption case, which we already knew that they was guilty. They had so many people that testified against them, officers telling on each other, turning state, trying to get out of the crimes that they was committing. And on the other hand, it says Baltimore now 11 days without a homicide. Streak began during ceasefire. So Baltimore City had another ceasefire. This time, the ceasefire was successful. So, the reason why I posted these two videos together is because I believe that we got 11 days without a homicide is because those police officers are off the street. And, the mayor's talking about we got less crimes because of some kind of violent crime plan, a violent reduction plan set up for Baltimore City. Because they done hired a new commissioner. They fired Kevin Davis, which the murder rate rose drastically when they got rid of Anthony Batts and hired Kevin Davis. The murder rate rose when she put the white man in there. So now that he's been fired, Catherine Pugh hired a new commissioner. And they seem to want us to believe that, that there hasn't been any homicides because of those plans that they made. But I beg to differ. I think we have a drop in crime because of those police officers, man. Now, they say that the investigation is continuing, but I'm expecting to see them hit with some murder charges, man. Or they gonna just cover that up. So anyway, let's check out the clips. We're gonna check this one out first, the police officers, then we're gonna go to the other video. If you ask me, to go hand in hand.
Two detectives conspired to rob citizens of tens of thousands of dollars and steal overtime. Today's guilty verdicts against them cap one of the biggest police corruption trials in Baltimore history. WJZ investigator Mike Kelvin is live at the federal courthouse with extensive reaction. Mike?
Vic, the police commissioner, called their acts egregious and despicable. So many victims told us they thought no one would ever believe them, that the cops had been stealing from them. Well, today, 12 jurors did. In fact, the only count on which these detectives were acquitted was one firearms charge.
There's Detective Graham. He pulled out the handgun and the cocaine.
This is video from Baltimore City Detective Daniel Herschel's body camera on one of his last months on the job. He'll never be a cop again. A jury convicted Herschel and fellow Detective Marcus Taylor of racketeering and robbery charges, likely sending them to federal prison for decades for crimes they committed with 6 other officers on the gun trace task force, victimizing people across the city.
It's crazy because we're talking about cops. Somebody that's supposed to protect sanity.
Federal prosecutors say the dirty cops preyed on those they never thought would tell, stealing their cash, sometimes more.
That was the business model for this organization. They thought if you rob drug dealers, they have no place to go.
Herschel had defenders, including his brother.
Danny Herschel wasn't a part of this monster group. He wanted out. He wanted out right away. He cried right away, and he wanted out. Danny Herschel wasn't a part of this monster group. He wanted out. He wanted out right away. He cried right away, and he wanted out.
Man, I don't believe that. If he wanted to be out so bad, he would have said so. He could have got out. See, they wait till they get caught. Just like any other criminal. They wait till they get caught. They start feeling all remorseful or try to act like they feel remorseful. try to act like they was good cops because they caught. You know, they say they sorry. The only thing they sorry for is being caught.
He's devastated. He has absolutely no criminal record, and he's been in jail now for close to 11 months, and quite frankly, he was hoping that he would be coming home.
Many declared the verdict the right one. Commissioner D'Souza said he had zero tolerance for corruption. The police union released a statement that no citizen is above the law. State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby brushed aside criticism. Her office didn't do more to help victims and defended her record against corruption.
It's also reminiscent of what I kind of dealt with in some of the concerns in the Freddie Gray case. And unfortunately, we all know that Baltimore is in need of reform in the criminal justice system.
With more than...
Yeah, she is the one that took those officers to court that, before Freddie Gray died in the back of the damn police, wagon. But all those officers walked. So, Marilyn Mosby caught a lot of flack behind that. You know, a lot of stuff happened, as far as she's concerned, behind the scenes, man. A lot of citizens from Baltimore dug in her ass, man, I'm telling you. You know, for some things that they had right to dig in our ass about. Things that we as the average citizen didn't know about her. See, her taking those police officers to court for Freddie Gray was a front. And I kind of figured that from Jump Street, man, because going up against the police department, man, you got to have some money. Because you're talking about the fraternal order of police. And those people, they got money. So, the police could shoot you, man, in front of witnesses, right? And you can be unarmed, and they gonna get off. Because of that fraternal order of police. It's like a secret society.
Things coming out at trial, the investigation isn't over. Neither is the effort to bring back trust in the police department.
You're going to be caught, you're going to pay a price, and hopefully that's what this, if there is a message, that's what we hope the message of this case.
Alright, now let's look at the result. The results of these police officers getting found guilty and getting ready to do some time. Baltimore now 11 days without a homicide. Streak began during ceasefire. I believe we had 3 ceasefires. The first 2 were unsuccessful. Those rogue-ass police officers were still on the street at that time. But now they all hung up in the courts. Come on, man, it's obvious, man. But they not going to tell us that, though.
Murder-free milestone not met in 15 years. Baltimore has gone 11 days without a homicide. WJZ's live Abijoy Burnett reports on the ongoing efforts to stop violence in the city. Abijoy?
Mary, 11 days without a homicide in the city of Baltimore, but the mayor's office, the police department, and even community activists all admit more work needs to be done. Baltimoreans are cautiously taking in the news of an 11-day streak with no murders. Many have become accustomed to a vicious, violent cycle. 342 people were murdered in 2017. But there's a new figure to pay attention to, 11 days. In August of 2011, October 2013, and March of 2014, the city went 10 days without a murder. And in November of 2014, 8 days. But none of those figures topped the current 11-day stretch. This woman lost her child to violence. She sees hope.
We're not out the woods, so we have a lot of work to do. What it means to me is what we have in place is now starting to work.
The police department says it's been more aggressive with stopping criminals. And since December, 300 plus people were arrested for warrant and gun violations.
Everyone collectively getting together to go after those who are trying to harm people in our city.
The mayor named a new commissioner and levied more responsibilities in department heads.
They said who should take credit? Everybody. Ceasefire, police department, community groups, organizations.
For a city that averaged nearly a murder a day in 2017, going 11 days straight without a homicide is quite an accomplishment for many.
So to be at 11 days without murder is just like, what?
Erica Bridgeford helped organize Baltimore's ceasefire. She's now a witness to the longest homicide-free streak in at least 15 years.
We buried too many people. We had too many faces of people on our t-shirts, you know. And this just means that people haven't been dying in vain.
Now, even though Baltimore has gone 11 days without a homicide, Bridgeford also wants her people to focus on those non-fatal shootings. Live tonight, Joy Burnett for WJZ.
Joy, thank you. The Baltimore Police Department says there's also a higher focus on police visibility. All 46 cadets who recently graduated from the academy are on foot patrol. Murder-free.
Yeah, family. So, I don't think it's no coincidence, and I don't think it's part of no crime reduction plan that they had. I believe it's because those police is off the street. There you go, family. That's my video for this morning. Y'all have a blessed day.